Okay, so until more questions come up, let me just ask uh, this thing. So I mean, first of all, this was one of the best sessions of yours I have attended. Hari. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Truly, yeah. What I wanted to ask is, the kind of analysis that you have made, haven't somebody else done such things, and has it
No,
not
no, no,
been
no, no.
published? Or?
So, okay, okay. Let me. I should have been very careful here. No, this is not something that I have done, in the sense that these are based on the previous articles. For example, if you read the 2009 paper that I mentioned, that 2009 paper is exactly on similar lines. Then, based on the Mint article, there was a professor at Columbia University or New York University. He did something along these similar lines. I just wanted to bring it here so that it will benefit them on how to do this analysis. So the only thing that I have done is I have taken the actual data. I have not just taken whatever is there and copied and pasted. I did my own analysis based on the latest available data and replicated the same thing. So replication is a very good exercise, because this is not my domain. This is not my area of research. I am not into gender research. So those are experts, and of course they have read so much into this. But this helped me to read so much into this area. This is the so more than the students learning out of this uh, session. I learned a lot. So this is not something new that I did. So yesterday, the entire day I spent only doing this, that I was creating, doing analysis, creating the slides, then reading more and more into this subject. So although it looks like a 1.5 hour session, you can say that the background work was almost 12 to 15 hours of my work.
12 to 15 hours of your work is equal to many more hours if somebody else has to do. That also has to be thought of. And this is taking from your sessions only. The kind of information that we all carry, and the kind of experience that we all carry when it comes to a certain domain. Like, for example, you have been into analysis and looking at data since such a long time, so your inferences would be quite faster. I mean, you can draw things out quite fast, which may not be the case for somebody who's trying to do it for the first time. They may not get the kind of ideas and things, so fast. So your 12 to 15 hours as compared to other
Yeah.
man hours is a very long period of time. I just wanted to highlight that. Yeah.
Yes, and that comes through experience, right? That only comes through practice. There is no secret mantra to that. It's that we can get to it. And I mean, I can share the code as well if people want to just replicate.
Yeah. And one thing that I really liked in this session, especially about the chess thing, unlike many a times when we read about about women not getting enough opportunities, or underrepresented in different things, there is always an emotional baggage
Yes.
that comes along many a times, not always, many a times, from the presenter side. No, and many a times we read that is because of, and I'm sorry, but then many times the fingers are pointed towards males for being
No.
responsible
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
such a situation and things like that. But what you clearly brought out is, how the data speaks and how a society thinks as a whole, and it is not one person, or a gender, or certain sections. Even the players who thought, the topmost chess players, and whom we really admire to be at the pinnacle of some kind of intellectual success, even they made that same mistake, right? I mean, and we cannot blame them, because that's, yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, Koneru Humphrey herself said in the, if you read that Mint article, she happens to say that we just have to accept it. Male players are better than female players, or something along those lines. So that's one. Oh, by the way, Omkar has reminded me that my session should have ended at 12:30. I miscalculated the time zone difference.
No,
I
there was
thought.
no way we could have stopped you in this session. So there was no way this session could have been stopped. Yeah. Otherwise, my alarm would have come to you as a personal message. But
I hope the one takeaway that students take from this is that there is no gender specific domain, so to say, and if they are interested in a particular area, they should go for it, and with hard work and dedication they can achieve success in that area. The challenge that we have is that maybe some of the things are already, because of what we saw in the research, that 6-year-old kids have this baggage that they carry. I hope this session helps them to throw that baggage out, if at all there was any. Next time when they think that, okay, this domain is not for females, they should come back to this session and start rethinking whether that's truly the case. If you remember, this used to happen a lot when we grew up, right? Arts is not for males. So when males used to think that,
correct.
okay, I want to take BA, then people will look very strangely. Oh, no, 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 that is for girls to take, that kind of a. So it also works both ways. So you can see that there are more female nurses than male nurses. So that also goes the other way around. There is always this stereotype. Oh, you want to become a nurse? If you are a male, then it's
Yeah.
seen very strangely. So it goes both ways. So it's not just one way. So
Just on a lighter note, the only motivation for some of my friends to take arts where there were more girls there. So those days, yeah.
yes. Good. So I think we can conclude.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Anyone
thank
wants
you.
to give Anushka, you want to give a concluding remark? Anushka, you had messaged me. Yeah.
I really like the session by Hari sir, and all these topics are not introduced to such like children of our age, but due to this camp, we got introduced to data analysis and all these interesting topics at such a tender age. So I would really like to thank Hari sir for taking such a wonderful session, and the session was very interactive and it was not like theoretical, and we enjoyed with so many examples and many examples. Maybe we could understand that how it happens. Basically the COVID vaccine, we could really relate what is happening now. So I really like the sessions, and thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Anushka.
I think Hari sir deserves a applause. I think you all should switch on your videos and give a wonderful applause for this session.
Thank you.
And you can put your comments in the chat.
Thank you. You all have been a wonderful audience, and thank you for patiently listening through all these things, because I know that it's always challenging to listen to something that you have not heard before. So new things, new terms, always challenging to catch up with new terminologies, new words that they're never exposed before. So I really thank you for patiently listening to all the examples and trying to understand this. I hope you will go back, lot of reading materials, and I hope that you will make use of those reading materials. So these 3 sessions are just 3 sessions in class, but if you start reading, they will easily convert into 10 sessions.
Yes.
And remember, in the references, whatever materials I have mentioned, in that material there will be more materials mentioned, so you can keep exploring them to understand more into this.
Okay.
There are wonderful messages on the chat, so thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
They're teaching from Germany.
Yes, I stay in Germany. So,
Oh.
so that's why I miscalculated the time. So I thought that I started at 7, but I started at 6:30. So it was 6:30 to 8, but I somehow miscalculated that I end at 8:30 here. So it's 4.5 hours difference.
Thank you, Hariharan sir. I am sure, statistics and analytics will never be the same for all of these guys.
Thank you.
When they look ahead.
I hope so too. I hope to see
Yeah.
many of them pursuing or taking up these areas in the future.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye everyone.
Chalo.
Bye,
Thank
sir.
you,
Thank
sir.
you.